It all started with one man's dream. This man had a dream about making an impact. He wanted to make sure his children would live in a better world. He wanted to stop global warming. Today, his dream is alive. It's called Botanoo. It's an organization that is about to become the #1 player on the voluntary carbon credit market in 2012. In its first year, over 70,000 members have joined from 50 countries, measuring 4.2 million tons of voluntary credits. The man with the dream behind Botanoo is Peter Alexander.
Jeg har altid regnet med, at Peter blev til et eller andet, for han har altid haft gang i noget. Altid haft gang i nogle forretninger.
Peter is a complicated man, meant in a positive way.
Good thinker and a visionary, and he can lead people because he's good at making connections and directing people.
Han har, hans, hvad kan man sige, karma. Så når han kommer ind ad en dør, så lægger man mærke til ham.
Jeg opfører min søn som hård, streng, men kan klare faktisk hver situation.
Peter is always 3-4 steps in front of anyone else.
He's very open-minded and he's very generous.
To achieve stuff like Peter has achieved, you cannot be a normal person. That's impossible. You have to be different.
Peter Alexander was born in 1963 in the small fisherman's village of Korsør, Denmark. As his mother went back to work, Peter was raised by his great-grandparents. This unconventional upbringing not only helped him developing a conservative taste, but also taught him to embrace the most conventional values: loyalty, pride, and respect for the elderly.
He taught me that it's very important to show respect to people, but it's also very important not to lose your own respect. And certainly also that money isn't everything in this world. And that family is very important.
During his school years, he was always far ahead of his classmates. Bored and frustrated, he spent most of his time out of school, either in the local library reading everything he got his hands on, or out in the street hanging out with young troublemakers.
Da Peter var barn, var der også gang i ham. Der har altid været gang i Peter, og han har også gået under navnet Peter Panik. Der har altid været et eller andet gang i ham.
He adopted to the rules of the street, to earn the respect of others, or simply to survive. He quickly turned himself into a local street boy, forced into regular fights, which he started to enjoy. He learned to stand on his own 2 feet, to protect himself, his property, and his friends. Basically everything he believed in. Through this, he learned to compete and to win.
Da vi gik i skolen, tror jeg ikke, der er nogen, der forventer, hverken Peter eller mig, eller måske et par andre fra klassen også, blev til noget med vores ungdom. Og det vi kæmpede for, at vi ville kæmpe hele livet for at komme hen, hvor vi står i dag. Så jo, jeg har, da vi nåede frem til det her med, hvad kan man sige, voksenlivet.
His early jobs consisted of manual work. From the money he earned building windmills, he bought houses, redecorated and sold them. Always on the lookout for new opportunities. He even volunteered for the Air Force. With no wars going on, he volunteered for a service in Kuwait. But as his first child was just born, he decided to stay with his family. After being a soldier, he was making a living as a security driver, then working at a power station. But he couldn't find what he was looking for. Independency.
Altid i gang. altid, vi skal lige prøve lidt nyt. Han er ikke bange for at prøve noget.
He started his own businesses, buying and selling toys, fireworks and leather goods. A few years and 2 more children later, he started a direct sales business.
When he's on the stage, he's not saying a lot. He's like enjoying the moment.
In business, like Peter, is not about doing work. It's more a lifestyle. It's a way that you choose to live your life.
Traveling came into Peter's life and opened up a whole new world for him. Within 2 years, he had been around the entire planet, from North and South America to Asia, selling online services. Meeting, learning, and accepting other cultures changed him significantly. Traveling and making businesses worldwide made Peter Alexander the person who he is today.
Peter is good to learn about the other cultures.
We were immigrants here to Denmark, and to see a person take you with wide open arms and say, come here and I will support you, I'll give you some good advice how to live in this country and how to take care of yourself. That was a very, very big help in the beginning.
After many years of being a highly sought-after expert in direct sales business, he shifted into advertising. He founded his own company and was a pioneer in magazines for internet trading. A few years later, he sold his part of the business, keeping only the fundraising company called SportsFight. Through SportsFight, he has managed to help financing different sports clubs in Denmark. This was a great opportunity for Peter to combine business with his lifelong ambition of helping others.
I remember 10 years ago, he told me that one of his biggest goals was to create something where he could give something really back, to people. So what he actually told me 10 years ago, he's actually doing today.
When hearing of COP15, the international climate change conference held in Copenhagen, he set out to create a climate game for educational reasons. During his research for this project, he gathered all the information he could on climate issues. Just like in his childhood days, spent in the library, he kept absorbing as much data as possible. When the project fell through, he was wondering what he could do with all his knowledge on this subject matter. He realized that the voluntary carbon credit market was the perfect opportunity.
Peter, han er manden, som kan se, hvad er vejen, man skal gå inden for det, altså, eller inden for ting og sager, så... Nej, det forbavser mig ikke.
Fordi når Peter får en idé, så går han 100% op i det, og så gør han det, han har i sine tanker, det udfører han.
He can, if he wants.
To be able to avoid the carbon cowboys, Peter went to the best suppliers for more knowledge. Following his usual strategy of providing the highest quality of products and services, he ended up making a deal with Brazilian company Sustainable Carbon. With his experience in network marketing, he knew he found the right combination for a new project. And so, the concept of Botanoo was born in 2010.
This company has been grown really big, really fast. And you have to be a certain kind of a person, to achieve that. And if anybody can do that, then it's Peter.
Today, Botanoo has offices in Budapest, Malaga, Aarhus and Moscow. Peter is constantly on the road. As the organization was launched in Budapest, Hungarians will always have a special place in his heart. To keep a close eye on the company's own green project in Morocco, the nearby city of Malaga became another center of his life. Here he can devote time to one of his passions, motorbikes. His charity work also makes him travel around the globe. Through his organization, homes are being built for children in Kathmandu.
Jeg stoler på, at det Peter laver nu, det er noget, der kan hjælpe andre mennesker. Det er noget, der kan hjælpe hele, altså jorden og vores atmosfære og det hele.
If you do something for the climate or do it visionary, a big plan, it has to come from your heart. And if you in your heart you want to help some people, you just keep growing and keep growing.
But once a fisherman, always a fisherman. No matter how far business has taken him from his hometown, Peter always returns from time to time. He has a house there, and he never fails to visit the church where he was named and married. The house he grew up in. The beach to look for some fossils while clearing his head. And even his school he so happily kept abandoning. He pops up unexpectedly at the doors of childhood friends, and of course, at his mother's home. His roots are still important for him, and as he says, if he wants to go far, then he must never forget where he came from.